Moving on to Togo. The West African country is tightening its ties with Russia. The country's president was in Moscow for high-profile talks with Vladimir Putin. This as the Kremlin is trying to expand its footprints in the African continent. Togo is the latest country to move closer to Moscow. The focus of the meeting between the two leaders was an expansion of ties between the two countries. Both countries are set to open embassies on each other's soil.
Strangely enough, throughout that time we have not opened embassies. However, we have finally agreed on this next year. We will open embassies in both countries, while the volume is still modest for our countries.
Vladimir Putin told the Togolese president that trade between the two countries is rising and could grow further once the new embassies are operational.
It's a positive trend. I strongly hope that after the embassies open and the Intergovernmental Commission begins its work, we will be able to do everything possible to not only maintain this process, but also accelerate it.
The meeting came after the signing of a military cooperation deal earlier this year. Togo sees Russia as a new security and economic partner. Trade, defense and education are the pillars of this new partnership.
Because what is more important today than education for the future of the country? So we thank you for maintaining these scholarships for the benefit of Togolese students and Togolese youth. Because in today's world, technology plays an important role, and in this field, education can make the difference. We hope that with the opening of embassies, we will do better in this area.
Under the deal, Lomé sought training, equipment and intelligence support from Moscow. This as Togo reels under terrorism due to the movement of terrorists on its northern border with Burkina Faso. So far this year, terrorists have killed more than 60 people in Togo, but this visit is bigger than education or training. It fits into a wider Russian strategy. Moscow is filling the space left by France across West and Central Africa. Countries that once depended on Paris for security are now choosing Russian military support instead. The Kremlin is capitalizing on public anger towards former colonial powers and the perception that Western partnerships have not delivered security or development. 20 African states were once French colonies, and at least 6 have expelled French forces in recent years while moving towards Russia. Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger have all signed defense pacts with Russia. In Sahel, French troops are out and Russian mercenaries are now taking their place. Moscow has expanded their presence from 5 African states in 2018 to at least 12 in 2024, with military agreements in more than 20. Russian state media claims Moscow now has troops in at least 6 African countries. Its reach extends from Mali and the Central African Republic to Sudan, Libya, Madagascar and Mozambique. The message is clear. Russia is becoming the go-to partner for governments of African nations seeking alternatives to the West. Putin is trying to turn that sentiment into long-term influence. This week alone, he met leaders from the Shanghai Cooperation Organization and followed it up with African diplomacy. For Togo, opening the embassy marks a new chapter. For Russia, it is another step in their long-term strategy, rebuilding their network one African country at a time. And for France, it's a stark reminder that their foothold is fading fast in Africa.
I was a revolutionary. I became a ruler. I claimed to protect my people. I terrorized them instead. I built palaces. I started wars. I lost everything. Some called me a defender of Arab pride. History remembers me as a dictator. Who am I?